Here is Friday Football Extra.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 41st season of Friday Football Extra. And we're starting things off tonight with a bang, a Star City rivalry. Every dog has its day, and tonight has to be Roanoke's. At that time, something special was brewing in Blacksburg. There's so much history packed into this ballpark that if we really want to get a feel for it, we'll have to go all the way back to the first inning. Welcome to the first day of the third year of the Brent Pry era for Virginia Tech football. These teams are very different. They're rivals, but one thing that they have in common is legendary coaches. And much like my ex-boyfriend, that's a solid 6. Left out of the conversation, American runner Cole Hawker, who last year followed his college coach here to Blacksburg, where he honed his skills that shocked the world. Welcome on in, everyone, to Dallas, where our coverage continues of the Virginia Tech women's basketball team on their journey to a national championship. One of the most exciting things about this squad is their versatility. There can be a different hero every night, but undoubtedly the swag, the spark comes from transfer student Taylor Soule, and she's already making an impact as a Hokie. And while it may just be her first year with the team, she is feeling at home in maroon and orange.
This is world-class stuff that's happening here.
The family of Virginia Tech forward Taylor Soule has been proud of her ever since the day they chose to bring her into their lives.
We kind of just decided between ourselves that natural childbirth wasn't the way we wanted to go, but we wanted a family, and then we started to work through the adoption process, and we got miraculously lucky and adopted Taylor. A standout athlete, Soule began her college career with ACC rival Boston College and entered the transfer portal before her 5th season. Coach Brooks called Taylor, and he started to give her the big spiel. You know, please, you know, I've got this, I can do that and everything else for you. And he talked on for a minute or two, and finally Taylor, being Taylor, interrupted him and says, Coach, I'm perfectly willing to listen to everything you have to say, but let me interrupt just for a moment and just tell you, I am coming no matter what. So now you can go on and do it, you know, talk the rest of the way. And he will tell you this himself, that he had to sit back for a second and say, okay, this is Taylor, so.
The journey down to Blacksburg took Taylor and the rest of the team on a historic ride to the Final Four. Her dad remembers the minute they punched their ticket to Dallas with a win over Ohio State.
Nobody wanted to say it for sure until we knew it was going to happen. And then about 2 minutes in, I started choking. I still am. Oh, God. But that's what happened. I just went crazy. This will be the moment of my life, frankly. I mean, this is nothing will ever. I don't care if she went on and won a WNBA championship or something else. This is the most intense, emotional, physical event that I have ever experienced.
The Virginia Tech team throughout the years has always had a lot of heart. Turns out, all they were missing was a little soul.
We have said this among ourselves as parents. The girls actually believe in themselves, and their vision of what they can do is turned inward to themselves rather than looking outward and comparing themselves to what's going on around them. And boy, they are so talented when that self-belief becomes their focus. They'll play with anyone.
This is why she came here. I love her so much. So much. So much. So much.
Everybody keeps telling me thank you, Soule, for coming, but thank them. Thank you for having me, for believing in me, for pushing me. I'm a Hokie. Who would have thought it? I'm a Hokie.
Yes,
for life.
Yes,
for life.
Anytime there's a home run hit, like, it just brings excitement. It's one of the most exciting things in baseball. Everyone funnels around in just like a big half circle, and then I'll just toss it. Guy will catch it, and it's just, and then everyone jumps and everyone goes nuts.
A celebration fit for a Norse god and hammering Hokies that came to be while searching for an identity.
We just started telling our guys, hammer the baseball, hammer the baseball. And eventually it caught on, and I went to Lowe's and bought a hammer.
And they nailed it.
Slamming the hammer, it builds our energy in the dugout, it builds the fans' energy. People come to see it. I think it brought more people in, and we use it as part of our recruiting. Like, hey, like, we're the hammer and Hokies.
But a proposed change by the NCAA Baseball Rules Committee could cause the hammer to get the axe.
What we're hearing is that they want to get rid of props. They believe it's taunting. and I can tell you it has zero to do with the other team.
This past season, Tech had to opt for an air hammer going into Super Regionals following an NCAA ban on props.
I know it does affect the guys, and actually affected our fans too, because throughout the Super Regional, people had signs that said "Free the Hammer," and it's bigger than the program. Some teams have the fur coat and the helmet, and that stuff's all great.
As of now, the team hasn't nailed down exactly how they'll adjust if the ban goes through. The NCAA will take a vote to ban props outside the dugout and other proposed changes on August 11th.
I would tell the people that are kind of making the decision, it's about us connecting with our fans and hopefully creating future Hokies and more fans.
I'll remember 40, 50 years from now slamming the hammer for the first time. It's something that you're going to remember for a lifetime. It's just something special that we started and we'd love to continue.